Okay, Richard, I've had a chance to take a look at this outlet over here that's still not working, and I just wanted to go ahead and show you what the next steps are, okay? Let me just open up on my iPad here to this little page that shows a diagram of your wiring system. As you can see by this red dot right here where the outlet is, that's the item that's not working. And if you notice with this next little tab here, you can see this yellow circle. It's actually the way the circuitry works in your house. It's wiring going from point to point to point. It's kind of like a chain. Well, what happens is sometimes along this chain, wherever the weakest link is where it will actually fail. And by a weak link, I mean a loose connection or something that went bad that's causing the wires to open and close, or to short, to spark, or get hot. So the problem could actually be in any one of these links causing this outlet we're looking at to not work. The problem isn't necessarily in that outlet. So the next steps to really get to the bottom of this properly, to make sure we find it and we can fix it right the first time, is called a circuit diagnosis. Now, what that means to you is I'm going to open up all of these outlets on the circuit. I'm going to open up the breaker box. I'm going to use some specialty testing equipment and some tools to really identify exactly where the problem is. Once I've done that, I'll know exactly how to fix it. Now, if it's a minor repair, like just a loose connection or a little bit of burnt wire that we can put back together and make it work again, great. If it only needs like one of those outlets or switches, we'll go ahead and take care of that too. But if it's something more extensive, like running wire or changing breakers or things like that, before we do anything additional, of course, we'll explain it to you. We'll give you some options and we'll get your approval before we get started. So on this page here, it shows you that it's definitely not this top one. It's called an extensive, but it's more than just the isolated one on the bottom. The one we need to do to get it right on your house is really right here in the middle. So can I go ahead and get started with that right there? Okay, let me just put that on my invoice and I'll go ahead and get your authorization so I can start finding and fixing the problem. Thanks a lot, Richard. Do you have any questions for me before I get started? Okay, great.